Hey everyone, and welcome back to Diary of a Medium Stories from the Spirit World podcast. So in today's episode, I am sharing a beautiful connection that I had with Christine from Psychic Insights by Christine. She has her own app. How cool is that? She invited me to come and share with her audience more about mediumship, how anyone can be a medium, and I guess my journey to being where I am now. So I thought that I would share this beautiful interview with you all as well, because I think that you will enjoy, our chat. Thank you so much, Christine. It's amazing to be here, and it's awesome for you to invite me. I'm coming here online to you from Australia. I work as a psychic medium and spiritual empowerment mentor. It's been actually a bit of a ride, so it's really good to be here and chatting to you about this, because I came into my gift really late in my life. And I never intended really to be a medium. It found me in that journey.
Yeah.
Yes. And I tend to find that, I think for me growing up, I always believed that mediums were born. It wasn't until I got older and I had a significant loss in my life. I went through some things as a child. Most of us have, if we're in this space, and I'm guessing a lot of people who are here on your app have too. And the one thing that happened to me was that when I actually had the loss of my dad, I'm in Australia, he was in Europe. I didn't get to see him. We didn't get the goodbye. And I had a profound experience. It made me understand that, and lots of your listeners may resonate with this, is that I've always had weird things happen to me my whole life. Like weird things. I love them now. Like and it was this would happen, or I would look for something, couldn't find it, and then there it was. Just things like that would happen to me. I'd always feel like there was someone beside me. But I always believed that those things were happening to me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I always believed that because I didn't believe I was gifted, I wasn't born gifted, so I didn't believe I was gifted. And I believed that all the things happened to me. And it wasn't until I lost my dad that I had a profound experience that I suddenly became aware that everything that was happening was actually really coming from inside of me at a soul level, that I was the one that was connecting to all of these experiences. They weren't happening to me.
I love that you're saying this. That is absolutely spot on. Oh, thank you for that.
I got goosebumps.
I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better. That's great.
Yeah. And then I came to realize really that we put so much of the things that we experience outside of us, that things are happening to us, life's happening to us, but really the power is in us, the power is inside of us. And this took me on this trajectory of really wanting to uncover for myself, who am I? Like, who am I at the core? And it took me down a rabbit hole. I love a good rabbit hole. And it really led me on this journey of self-discovery and discovering parts of me that I had abandoned along the way, as we do when we have life experiences, and then down the avenue of mediumship. So once I lost my dad, and some people ask me this question a lot, so I'm going to give you this, is that if our loved ones don't believe in the afterlife, will they still come and visit us? I can tell you now, my dad was the biggest non-believer ever. And he is the one I work with mostly now through my mediumship journey.
Same with me. It's my grandmother.
Yes.
Very Catholic.
Yes.
And she every reading.
Yeah. And it was interesting because when he was first brought through to me by another medium, that's the first thing they said, we've got this man here and he doesn't believe in this. which is so funny. But that took me down this trajectory of really understanding that it isn't about being gifted, because our gifts are us. We are the gift, right?
That's it.
Being here, we are the gift. And it's actually more about ability than gifts. And abilities are like anything. You just need to learn how to use those abilities. If you want to work with your hands, if you want to be a carpenter, you just learn how to use your hands and how to craft things. And that's what I believe mediumship is. I also believe that it isn't about learning, it's about remembering.
Elaborate on that.
Remembering. Okay. So because we all have abilities, we all have the gift of being mediums, because we are souls, obviously, in a human body. If that's, most people listening to this will understand that. And all we're doing is we're communicating with another soul. We're not communicating with someone with a physical body. And it's just, if you imagine like someone you're close to, and it's almost like you know when something's wrong with them, right? You don't necessarily need to see them. You have this feeling that there's something going on with them, or there's something wrong, because you're actually connecting to energy and to their soul and not their physical body.
Right.
So it's really about just remembering how your soul communicates with another soul outside of the humanness. That's how I understand it to be for me.
That makes perfect sense.
I think when people hear that, they're like, oh, okay. And now I understand that. It's because obviously when our soul reincarnates, right, it's almost like it's wiped from our human brain, doesn't connect to its experiences, although some people, they do. We hear about that, children talking about lives they've had in the past. Sure. So, yeah, I think with mediumship, for me, it's really the way I teach it is I teach it for you to remember how to communicate with another soul rather than you're learning something new.
And I'm so glad that you say anybody can learn it, because when I first opened up, I was told that you're born a medium. And if you are not born a medium, you will never be a medium. And it put the mediums on this big pedestal.
Yes.
And it seemed, oh, okay, I'm a medium, when really it's difficult and there's a lot that goes into it. But I always felt that we're all special in our own way. And there are some people who are not so good mediums, and some people who are fabulous mediums, and some people who are fabulous mediums and have bad days.
Yeah.
So I feel like we all are born to be a medium if we want to tap into that. But you said it before, with trauma and pain and life experience.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And what happens is, like you mentioned, like most of us had some either kind of trauma or difficult childhoods. A lot of people would have compounding loss. And all of these things generally are what awaken the people aren't that meant to awaken. And I truly believe not everybody is meant to awaken. If you are the change maker in your family lineage, if you are the one that's meant to heal the family lineage, I believe that you awaken to that. That's my experience in talking to multiple people over the years of who have then come into these abilities, because it goes hand in order. I believe the thing that's missing a lot in mediumship development is that there's no focus on your own healing journey. And I want to give you this piece because I truly believe what I have learned and I know for myself is that mainly we are being taught to be mediums. But what if mediumship was a healing modality? What if you weren't just meant to learn to be a medium? What if you were supposed to help people heal and help yourself to heal through mediumship?
See, I was never told that or taught that in the beginning,
Yeah.
but it's what happened anyway.
Yeah.
Spirit
Yeah.
took me on that journey of
Yes.
having to look at things, having to feel things. It dredged up a lot of things, and it had to be healed, and it had to be looked at, and it had to be accepted, and then it had to be let go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it happened anyway, but it would have been nice had I been prepared.
And I think, to be honest, if I had known that in the beginning, maybe I would have ejected earlier. Maybe I wouldn't have wanted to go down that avenue. But I truly believe that in this journey of mediumship, you get to meet yourself on such a deep level that you are able to then hold your clients to that depth. And this is where healing mediumship is why I teach mediumship the way I teach it, in not a traditional fashion. I teach it in respect to providing healing for your client. And this is where such profound changes can happen when you are with someone who's lost a loved one, who is very much in their grief, and you can provide such deep healing because you have done so much work on yourself that you're able to hold that capacity. And what do I mean by that? I think what I mean by that is that we're not doing surface level readings here. This is not about readings. It's not about what they look like, what they wore. There's no tick boxes. There's none of that. How they died, what their favorite food was, because that's not the style. Not that I'm saying that's not okay. That's what a lot of mediums are known for, and that's amazing. But if you are working with me, you're working very much in the healing space through mediumship. And that's about bringing through things that weren't said, closure that's needed between the loved one and the sitter, and really bringing heartfelt healing when it's needed. And I've seen firsthand how people's lives can change from that connection.
For anybody that wants to tap into their own mediumistic abilities, like for me, I learned that old way, person, place, thing. That's how I learned. It is once you learn that way and you have done it that way, it is very hard to say to spirit, just send me on a journey. Yeah. Send me on a journey of what you want to tell your loved one. Let me give you a voice and send me on a journey. It's really hard to do that once you have learned ticking off all those boxes, as you say.
Yes.
And
yes,
as much as like
unlearn it all.
It's really hard to unlearn it because your brain automatically does it. Like you would say the ABCs. You wouldn't start with the middle and go to the beginning. So it's very hard. So I like that you're doing it that way. One, it feels, I don't want to say more personal, but I feel like it is a little more personal because it's like you have that person there.
Definitely. And I think the thing is that we have to remember, right? Our beautiful loved one in spirit, they know their loved one in front of you better than you do. They know what they need. We don't know what they need. It's because it's not about us. And what I find personally, this is just my personal opinion, and I always say to anyone, if you're listening to this, you need to feel for it yourself, whether this resonates with you. And for me, they know what their loved one needs. And when we are ticking boxes as the medium, we're making it about us. We're making it about the things that we need to deliver in order to be a good medium. We have to tick these boxes in order to reach the benchmark. But it's not really about us, is it?
No, not at all.
It's about spirit, and it's about our loved one in front of us who needs healing from this loss. And their loved one knows what they need to hear. Their loved one knows them better, much better than we would ever know them. And like for me, to put it in the hands of spirit is to go, I'm honoring what it is that, you know, that needs to be said between you right now. And this is why I teach more that modern style of mediumship.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And it's really
Yeah.
hard when you're like old school, and that's the way you learn. It's hard to break those habits.
Yes.
So you do
Yes.
feel that anyone can tap into their own
Yeah,
abilities.
definitely. And we
Yeah.
probably do it all the time without even realizing that we're doing it.
That's the next thing I was going to say. It's so true. So true.
Yeah. And a lot of the time we're doing it with just so much in our humanness that the biggest thing is trust, right? Most of the people that come to me say, I feel like I'm making it up, or I don't trust what I'm getting. And
Yes.
I guess here's another piece for thought process or thought provoking is mediumship really, or your spiritual abilities, psychic or mediumship, really mirror your everyday life. So if you don't trust what you're receiving, like you don't trust your intuition, I normally say to people, where are you putting your trust outside of you in your everyday life?
Okay. Yeah.
Why are you not making decisions, or you're going to someone else and going, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? Because generally what we're doing is we're putting back to the power thing, right? Back to you have everything inside of you. Often, and certainly for me, like I was someone that was raised to be compliant. Or anything that I wanted to do for myself, because that old school compliancy, I would have to go, oh, like I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? I would never be able to make that decision for myself because I'm looking for that external validation. And often what happens is when I start working with people, this is how their life upgrades, right? Because they want to be a better medium. And to do that, they have to actually do this. They have to do the mirror work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they start to communicate better, and all of those things as well.
You're right. They don't trust themselves. I have many people that come and say, oh, I felt like someone was sitting next to me. Oh, I smelled cigarettes. There were roses. I keep seeing roses everywhere I go. What does that mean? It is a message from the spirit world, which means you're connecting to the spirit world.
100%.
But
angel numbers are obviously the biggest one that people see, right? And for me, also car registrations. Like if I have to question and I need something, generally I see the answer on a car somewhere. Here, there's lots of personalized plates in Australia. Every second car has one. Yeah. So there's times where I've gone, should I do this? And then I see 3 cars that have some combination of my name or initials on them. And I'm like,
so that's your, right. Yeah. Yeah, you've got it. You're listening to that. So I'm so happy that you're saying this, because whoever might be watching this, they all have abilities, and we all have abilities.
Yes.
And oops, sorry, my dog's barking.
Special. You are.
And it's tapping into that. So for anybody who would like to tap into their mediumistic, I am not a mentor or a teacher because I'm too busy. You can always reach out to Em, and we will have, what is your website, Em?
So my website is literally just my name, as you see it on the screen.
And I can't say her last name. We tried. I can't say her last name because my New York mouth won't do it. So
yes, I inherited that nice Polish surname from my husband. Yeah, so emstavisky.com. Yeah, my actual business is Your Soul Guide is my business. I like that. But my website is just under my name to make that easy. Yeah, look, I'd love to, if I have a modern mediumship development group on Facebook, which is free, you can jump in there and you can connect to me. I have most of my students are in Canada and America, which is great for me because it's daytime teaching for me. Evening for you
right
guys.
Now it's night for me.
Yes.
It's a long day.
It works really well. It works really well for me. And so I do have an academy for professional mediums, and this is the modern mediumship techniques, which, the difference, one of the biggest difference as well with modern mediumship is I teach you how to go directly to the person that your sitter wants to hear from. So there's none of this, let's just wait and see who comes through. I actually teach you how to go and get the person that they want. And the analogy that I use for this is, when we remember this, Christine, right? I don't know how old or age group your listeners are, but when I was a young girl, I would have to ring the telephone of my friend to say, if she wanted to meet, yeah. And you used to hope that her brother wouldn't answer. Please don't let the brother answer. I don't want to talk to him. So you never quite knew who you were going to get on the other end of the phone. Now we have these things. Technology has changed. So why can't we just direct dial the person? Why can't we?
I do that in my mediumship. I will always bring through my first spirit, and then I'm going to ask them, who are you looking for? And I know I get totally tore up about that. People don't like it.
No.
But I have to tell you, more often than not, the spirit is over there like, why is she not calling on me? I'm right here.
And what is this, and why is it not being talked about? And I'll tell you why it isn't being talked about, because the thing that keeps people stuck in development circles for 5 to 7 years is that one piece there, because they don't trust that they're going to get the person that their sitter wants to hear from, or they worry that what if I get all this evidence and they don't know who it is? So that's the biggest thing, right? So we eliminate that if we're going directly to the person. And this is why most of my students that have come through my academy professionally launch their business after 6 months with me. And when I learned this technique myself from my mentor, who then was like, we would need to teach more people this, is I went from being stuck in circle for 4 years to launching my business in 8 months. And then after another 12 months, I actually closed my other business and I went full-time here. So this is what's keeping people stuck, is the gatekeeping. I don't like it. It
took me 8 years. 8 years, 4 years in circle every week. Yeah. And 8 years before I started doing this full time.
Wow. And just ask yourself, Christine, like, apart from a surgeon, like, how many other jobs do you need to train for 8 years before?
That is an excellent, beautiful point. And it's true, but this is how I was taught. You sit in circle for however you need to be in development for X amount of years. But the school of thought, and many mediums say it, or so I hear they're saying it. And I'm not disrespecting anybody. We all have our own beliefs.
No, absolutely not.
They say you cannot call out to your spirit to have them step forward, because then you're going psychic.
Yeah.
And
so I would ask you the question, like, this is a question I think we need to ask ourselves. We're doing that because we have to prove ourselves. So we have to prove that we're mediums. We have to prove we can get the evidence. We have to prove. Guess what? It's not about us. And this is what gets my goal. Like, you can see, I get really passionate about this. Is that if we can go directly to someone's mom who she is grieving so heavily, and we can bring her healing and closure, who cares if we go direct to her? Who cares?
I'm with you there.
Industry want to say, oh, that's not right, or oh, you're not doing that correctly. I'm sorry, but honestly, I am beating this drum so hard at the moment, because
I'm so glad you are.
We are healing people. That's what we're doing. I'm not here to prove myself. I'm here to help people heal. And I have done readings where I have healed people, or I haven't healed them. I have helped them to find healing through connection. And that's what matters to me. That's ego. The ego is the problem. And that's what's keeping this industry stuck from helping.
I agree. So whoever is watching, all you people who are watching, you're all mediums. Yes. You can all talk to the spirit world.
Thank you so much, Christine.
Thank you. And to you too. It's great work that you're going to be doing. It really is. It's great work, and it's important, and it's needed.
Beautiful.
I'm so happy that you're doing it.
Thank you for the platform. Yeah.
All right. And have a really good day. And I'm going to go put on my pajamas. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to Diary of a Medium, Stories from the Spirit World. If something in today's episode has sparked something within you and you are curious about your own spiritual gifts, then check out my website on how I can support you. If you have your own story to share, then please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support me, you can subscribe, leave a review, or simply share this with a friend. So until next time, trust yourself, trust spirit, and keep listening to the whispers from the universe. Bye for now.